Hi, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about spotting or also spombing, which I usually like to do. I'm using a 12-foot rod. This is a dedicated spod rod. The test curve is much heavier. This is about 4.5 pound. Also I have a dedicated spod reel. Every rotation of this reels in about 4 feet of line. It's basically made just for spotting. This is a Daiwa spod reel, and I'll tell you what, having that 4 feet per turn, you save a lot of wear and tear on you when you're putting out a lot of corn or whatever you want to put out there. Also, we're going to be going over these couple of features. You have the Spomb. Basically, you fill it up, fill up the compartment here, close it shut, you cast it out. As soon as this hits the water, it opens. It's very precise, flat, really aerodynamic. You can hit probably 150 yards, no problem with this. The weight of this and the design makes it work efficiently. And also, there's no spillage out the back. That's one thing I really like. Now, for those who like to use a spot itself, that's what this is here. You can just put it on with a swivel. You're just going to scoop this up. When you cast it out, this will just flip upside down in the water, emptying the load. The only thing bad about a spod is sometimes you need to put a little ground bait or something to hold it in place so it doesn't fall out the back, especially when you're using corn. I myself prefer Spomb, but both are effective method. Later on I'll do a video on which one is actually quicker. This one will actually hold a little bit more than a spot itself. And also they have a mini Spomb. This is great for a beginner because it is much smaller. You don't have to buy a separate rod. The thing about a Spomb, it's going to hold quite a few ounces, so your standard rod might not be up to the task. This one here, probably fit a few ounces of bait in there. That way you don't have to buy anything separate. And great for somebody who's just getting into carp fishing. That way you can bait up an area properly. Also, I want to show, because I am using braided line here, a finger stall. Basically, it's just a leather, goes over your finger. That way when you cast out, it doesn't rip into your finger, which it will do, especially when you have that much tension. It just goes on and goes around your wrist like that, and just goes into place like that. That way when you cast out, all that goes into the leather and not your finger, because braid will slice your finger off. Just grabbed my spot here. All I did, I filled it with corn and then I pressed it down. So it's about an inch below the top of it right now. Kind of compacted it. That way hopefully it doesn't fall out on the cast. And let's show you what this looks like. See how there's an orange cone at the bottom? This is so you can see where it lands. When I cast this out, it's going to dive into the water and then flip upside down. That's how you know it dumped out. So here we go. Look at it. Casting out here. Alright, there she goes. Softer landing on that one. Zoom in here a little bit. There we go. So what happens is once you cast out, it'll flip upside down, and then you'll see the cone at the top. That's how you know it dumped everything out. And that's it. And then you just reel it in. Let me zoom out. And I cast out. It's probably like 40 yards. I reeled in a little bit closer just so you could see it, but as you can see, it just scoots across the top of the water. And that's it. The other thing I like to do is when I'm spotting or spombing, whatever you want to call it, I'll pick a feature on the opposite bank. Like this one here, I'll pick out a tree, or even like on the top of the mountain. So as you can see right there, there's a different color change. So if I want to cast to that, or even if I'm looking at the top of the mountain there, let's say my feature is over that way I know I'm going to become very accurate and hit the same spot if you aim for something. If you're just casting out, aiming for whatever, you're not going to be accurate. You're going to have bait all over the place. That way you're not going to be precise with where the fish are going to locate. Also, I'll show you the line clip feature. That way when you cast out, you're going to hit the same distance every time. So let's aim for the top of the hill here. Okay, so I got my Spomb here. I'm just going to get a cup full of corn, just fill it up here, Just close this. Just shake it, make sure the mechanism closed properly. And we're going to aim for that object over here. So let's reel this in. I leave about 5 feet on here. We position ourselves. I usually pick a spot in the bank, that way I know I'm standing in the same spot every time. Okay, so I'm going to go for the top of that hill, like I said. Okay, I just hit the water and then throw it in a little bit, just kind of shake it, and that pops right to the top. That just dispenses the load as soon as it hit the water. And then I'll hurry up and reel this in. As you can see here with the spod reel, yeah, this is going to be in here in no time. So, wind this in, just keep repeating the process. On any good reel, you're going to have what's called a line clip right there. And once you cast it out, you just wrap the line around it clockwise, and that's going to stop it on the cast. That way you know you're going to hit the exact same spot every time. So let's show how this works and how to properly use the line clip, that way you don't break anything. So here we go. With the line clip, you want to cast maybe just a little bit farther than what you're doing. You're going to hold the rod vertical. As soon as you feel it tighten up, you're just going to slowly drop it down. That way the rod will take all the force. So let's show that. Okay, aim for our point on the mountain, and we cast. Okay, vertical, felt it, drop it right down. As soon as you feel that, the tip of the rod is going to take all the impact, and then just let it get right down to that spot. And since we're clipped in, hurry up and reel it in. Hurry up and reel this in, and we'll get another load out. Okay, so I reeled that in. Close it up. And go to our same spot. I try to get my feet in the same position every time. If you can get in a rhythm, that makes this much easier. So 4 or 5 feet, cast out. Again, I have a rod straight up. As soon as I feel it, I let it drop down. Reel it in. Same spot every time. You're going to get your payload over the same spot over and over again. It'll be very accurate. That way you can cast your hook baits to it and go from there. That's it. And this is the Spomb. That's what I like using about 95% of the time. I used to use a Spod, and there's nothing wrong with them, but I just prefer this. It seems like it's a little bit easier for me. So that's it for this video, and I'll see if there's anything else I can add to that. But thanks for viewing. Hopefully I taught you something, and any questions, just drop me a comment, let me know. Thanks for viewing.